there is that story about Diddy liking men. But he's not the only rapper who's being accused of liking men right now. So we'll see what happens with Diddy if that actually goes to court.
I'm wondering if you're about to bring up this. I wonder if you're about to bring up a story I thought I read today, but I don't know if it was true or not.
Will Smith?
Is this dude also a T? Yeah, bro.
Yes. Wait till you watch this video I have of this guy who used to work with Will Smith, allegedly. Claims he did. And there's pictures of him with this guy. So it's pretty crazy, the allegations this guy makes. So I have a video of him talking. It takes a little bit of time for him to get to the actual allegations, but it kind of sets up a little bit of his relationship of how he knows Will, and you'll see some pictures of it. So real quick, before I get into that, what?
I was going to say, Bert was signed by Will Smith, and the first meeting they ever had, he thought Will Smith was trying to suck his dick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said that multiple times on podcasts.
I'll be damned. I didn't know that. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Who's this?
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Good. Who's this?
This is Chance. I'm just calling to say hi.
Hi. Bye. Anyway, so
I'm surprised. Mom's home tonight too.
Must have gotten under their skin last night with the bowling alley comment. So, having said that, we'll just go on with what we were talking about here with Will Smith.
Yeah.
So Bert has said in the past. I wonder if he said that on RMG and I just missed it because I feel like I've seen all of the. Did he talk about that on RMG before? I can't remember
where I heard it. I've heard him in so many different podcasts, but he has shared almost his whole life with you guys.
Yeah, I know. That's why I feel like
on your guys' show, and he was on the bus and everything like that. Like, that's where I learned everything about the guy, and everything I've heard since then is just regurgitated from him.
Right on. So here is the video of this guy who claims he worked, and I can't remember what the name of the show. He was with this woman. I feel bad that I don't know her name because she has this interview. So shout out to the lady who conducted the interview. But it's just two people in a room talking. This guy claims he used to work for Will Smith and makes some pretty crazy allegations. And it's pretty graphic, too.
You looked at my Instagram. You see the hundreds of celebrities that I've done business with, done things with. And during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Oh, I could tell you.
By the way, that girl is wasted. I know we get drunk on the show, but she is lit.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Oh, I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Damn. Somebody told me my picture's in the book. Your picture's in the book and your name is in the book. So you're doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up. I love that. I'm blowing you up.
Dude, this is
so
what
there you go.
There's
that they played that to prove that he's worked with Will Smith. Knows Will Smith. He's in his book or something allegedly. So there you go. And Creepy Michelle said that he did not just say baby leg and pinky toe. Yeah, he definitely did.
I'm not gonna say no. They probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab, and they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab, and you have to.
So did you hear that? He said if you want to work for Will Smith and Jada, you have to go to rehab, even if you're not on drugs.
Okay.
I don't understand any reason for that. Is that so if you say anything about them after the fact, they can be like, this person's been on drugs. They were in rehab at one point. So they use that to discredit the person?
Maybe they don't trust people altogether, and it's like a 30-day cleansing to make sure that, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Even
maybe
if they were using anything, they weren't I have no idea, but that would
make a little more sense, I guess.
To go if you want to work with them. And then I've saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too, so I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. And I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Damn.
Will's definitely the bottom.
Keep listening.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder. Like, murder. There was murder in there.
He was
Jesus
killing him.
Christ.
He was just behind him, killing him. So this guy is alleging that Will Smith, the famous actor, famous for the slap, had anal sex with Dwayne Martin. Now, do you know who Dwayne Martin is? I can't remember. I recognize him now. I'm looking at his picture, but I didn't
see the picture.
All right, but I don't know offhand who he was. I've definitely seen this dude in movies before, or TV shows, or something somewhere.
Oh, dude, it's he was in
Was he on a kid's show? Was
no,
he like a kid actor?
What the fuck? It looks like the dude that was in what the hell is that movie? Any Given Sunday. See if that dude was in Any Given Sunday.
The main guy, Omar Epps?
No. I think he's one of the wide receivers, like a tertiary player.
All right,
That's a word of the day right there. I just want to give myself credit for saying tertiary.
Tertiary? Is that? Did you use it?
I'm pretty sure I
properly?
used it correctly. I think I did. Tertiary. I'm firing on all cylinders tonight, baby.
I'm trying to find something that I recognize him in at all, and oh no, he was in Any Given Sunday.
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said the program. My bad.
No, Any Given Sunday. He was one of the wide receivers. I think he was number 12.
Okay, well there you go. He was in Any Given Sunday. He played.
Great movie too. Oh my God, what a great movie.
That was a good movie. Really was good. I don't know. It just shows the top cast. I don't know what his character was. It doesn't say.
He was a wide receiver.
Nope, he was Willie's agent. He was Jamie Foxx's agent. But he was in the Will Smith Will 2K music video.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Backup dancer, huh?
No, it's just Will. In this music video, it's a New Year's Eve party of 1999. Will Smith and his buddies Dwayne Martin, KC from KC and JoJo, and DJ Jazzy Jeff, they have a time machine that takes them back to the 1920s and early 90s to see what it's like to have a party and the ball dropping. So there you go. So I don't remember that song, to tell you the truth, so I don't know what to tell you.
The only ball that dropped.
Say that one more time.
Not the only ball that dropped.
It sounds like. Let's see here. So yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think Will Smith is gay. The reason I say that is because with all the flack he's gotten from the slap at the Oscars when he slapped Chris Rock,
overcompensating.
Oh no, I see. I feel like now, if he is gay, he'll get a free pass for that if he just comes out.
He just won't, though. Same way Diddy won't.
But Diddy's a different story. But Will Smith at this point, if everybody believes it, like, people will embrace him and they'll be like, oh, he was just a guy. He was closeted and he was angry and he had all these repressed feelings and he had to stay and he had to hide it, and he'll get a total pass. He would get a complete pass so why not just come out?
In
kids
certain communities, he would.
Oh, he wouldn't be accepted in the black community, is what you're saying? If he came out as black?
I don't know if he came out as black.
Or as gay? I mean, see, that's a Freudian slip about Will Smith. Yeah. That's funny. No, if he came out as gay, you think, because I mean, there are sects of the black community that are not cool with gay dudes for sure.
They're not down with that goofy shit. Yeah,
you got to be on the down low, right? People have been saying he's on the down low for years, but I truly believe that he. I don't think he's gay. If he is, he needs to come out, and this will all all that Oscar stuff will go away. I'm telling you.
It's another dumb show.
Okay, we're breathing. Hello, welcome to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 138 this evening. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me. I'm a doodlehead dipshit. Forgot to turn on my lights. Give me 1 sec. Let me get those all fired up here real quick. I'm a doodlehead. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. A little in the weeds, as they say this morning. A little in the weeds, or this evening. Actually, I just was running late. Didn't have time to burn, so I tried to get everything done and burning before the show and was just way behind schedule. So hi, thank you. Thank you for streaming with us this evening. You know how much I love having you guys streaming with me. Thanks for streaming on my tube. It feels so good having you on my tube. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That is the number to call if you'd like to call in and comment on the show, any of that good stuff. We'd love to have you call in. Let's see here. Let me find my stuff here. I do believe we have, oh cool, nice. Mikey's here. What's up, bro? How are you, bro?
Hello.
Hello. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, but it's all good. Still on call. My phone is going crazy right now.
Did you go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We've had rain, like heavy rain and winds for last 3 or 4 hours, so there's some power outages out in the city of Buffalo that I've been talking people through their stuff.
Is that a new behind you, that sprocket thing new? I don't feel like I've seen that before.
There used to be pictures of me and my ex right there.
Sorry. Oh, really? I don't even remember.
I took it down after we split up, but you usually can't see because we don't go full screen with me.
Right.
And
Not that often.
Actually, I'm usually probably right here, kind of facing the table. Oh,
that's all right. I
don't want you to see the glass. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. I don't
but yeah, so yeah, I used to have, I don't know, I bought some home decor shit at some point in my life.
I didn't know if that was something like you and your dad made or something that was like sprockets from like those are transmission pieces.
No,
they're film
shit. They're film reels.
Oh,
everything in here is all film and pop culture related.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right, now I can see them. There you go. Okay, now I see what I'm looking at. Film reels.
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha. All right,
I'm going to buy some paint for my office little space tomorrow.
Nice. What color are you going with?
I might go purple and yellow, bro.
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not?
I plan on staying here for a long time. I mean, I don't plan on leaving.
And then you just got to repaint it if you leave anyway. What's the big deal?
I don't even think I have to, because when I moved into this one, the lady that runs the place goes, well, the bedroom's been painted blue. I was like, I'll bet, leave it.
Perfect.
It's a dark color in that room.
Now, one little bit of advice I'll give you is to get excuse me, don't get something that's too glossy if you are going to use that as your studio space, because the lights will reflect off and it'll look weird. So get a little flatter.
I want matte colors. I want matte colors. Like the Vikings helmet is a matte purple.
Perfect.
I'd prefer it to be that way.
That makes sense to me.
Because I'm doing the hue lights all the way around the top of the room too. Like
you're going to do those
strips that,
Nice. So it'll change color when you're playing games and shooting at people and all that stuff.
If I buy that $300 sync box that'll sync up with an Xbox and the TV, I don't know about that. I keep doing that heavy breathing thing. I've done it like 4 times in the last 35 seconds.
What am I hearing?
I don't know what you're hearing.
Oh, is that okay? I was like, I thought I was going crazy because I thought I left my TV on because I've been doing that lately. So,
no, my PlayStation was running on the home screen, so you probably thought you left your PlayStation on.
Oh, I didn't know what all I could just hear was whoa, 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 whoa. I wasn't really sure what I was hearing. So, all right, I do have some comments here from yesterday's show. One of them is directed towards you, Mikey. It's from Amy. She said, "Great job tonight, Mikey. Thank you for participating and being coherent. That's the Mikey ADS needs." Amen. I agree. Good job last night. Right on. Here's one from KM. Woody Woot, she says. I don't know if she was trying to say that just came in, so I think that might have been meant for the chat, but went into a comment instead. So last night on the members only issue, I got pretty drunk by the time you left, Mikey.
You were toasty by the time I left. You were already getting a little talkative, and you were ready to stay up till for the rest of the game.
Oh, we did. We made it through the whole game. I drank about a whole. Let's see, 2 half bottles of wine. I finished one and then finished about half of a second one. So I was feeling pretty good. Crooked Orchid says, "I like wine dumb." And she also
Wine Dumb is also the one that gave you the bright idea to eat 15 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's true.
What bright ideas did you come up with last night?
I actually ended up doing a little small eating challenge last night on the fly. I murdered. I ordered. This is my standard order when I order from Swenson's, which is like a local burger place around here. I got 2 double cheeseburgers, 1 crispy chicken sandwich, these potato teasers, which are like tater tots with jalapenos in them, and this large Florida drink. Oh yeah, they're awesome. And then this thing
large
called
Florida drink.
Yeah, they call it a Florida drink, which it's basically just orange syrup with it. It's like an old soda shop. I imagine
it's like a Long Island iced tea, but twice as much booze. That should be a Florida drink, topped with, and the rim of the glass is rimmed with meth and not salt.
That would be a perfect Florida drink. But no, this one just actually is. It's like an old soda shop version of pop, where they just take like soda water and orange syrup and just go in a big thing of and they have like that really sweet crushed ice that the
little chunks.
Yeah, little chunks. So it's so good. But
like the hospital ice. They're expensive ice machines.
Exactly right. So yeah, 2 double cheeseburgers, crispy chicken sandwich, potato teasers, large Florida drink. I did that in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. So
God damn. Well, you can tell a guy has practiced at that order. And that's probably not your fastest time, bro.
I was going a little, you know what? I did look down at one point and said, is he just casually enjoying this or is he eating fast? I can't really tell because I was.
There's definitely been times where I'm sure you've been loaded where you've eaten just housed it.
Probably gotten it down faster than that too. But I was pretty tipsy last night. That's why I knew I was going to be able to get it down. But I was a little bit afraid that I was going to puke just because I'd had so much red wine. But it ended up working good. Crystal said that it's not soda water that they're mixing the that orange syrup with. It's ginger ale. Oh, well, either way, it's delicious. I love it. By the way, I got an email from Keith. Keith said he's been listening for. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Keith said, hey, I was trying to find the Discord. The QR code you're putting up keeps saying the invite link is invalid. He said he could be something he's doing wrong, but not sure. No, the Discord link, it expired. So I had to refresh the link. So the QR code should be up and running. I sent him an invite link, and he said, that worked. Thank you very much. Said, keep up the good shows. I haven't missed a single issue yet. So big shout out to Keith. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for supporting the show. And of course, if you guys want to join the Discord and continue the conversation regarding the things we talk about here on Another Dumb Show, you can always do that through the Discord app. Just scan that QR code, takes you right to our Discord, and you can hang out with everybody in the League of Dummies as the league chat just continues on off air in there. So just scan that code. I'll leave it up for a sec. Shout out, speaking of League of Dummies, a shout out to Brap. He was first in chat almost always. A close second, Crystal. I will give you right there. She said, yo, with a question mark. So I think she was trying to be first. But Brap, again, is living inside the computer and seems to be first almost every day. So good for him. Mikey.
Yes, sir.
Night, yes. So, dude, I'm telling you, we joke about it all the time, and my parents used to say it all the time, that the world does not revolve around you, Sean. But I swear to God, sometimes I think it does. Either that or there's just a lot of weird, strange coincidences that happen.
You probably got some foresight in you, bro. You probably a little bit of a spiritual medium or something like that. You should probably play with crystals and put some in your ass, and you'll be able to see the future.
Something weird did just happen the other day where I did have like a little, what was it? I did have like a little.
Dude, I get deja vu all the fucking time. Like, I know exactly how this is about to end.
I had a little psychic. The little psychic moment I had was with that ice cream. I told you that chocolate ice cream where I just knew. I knew there was going to be something wrong with it. I was sure of it, 100%. Not that they'd done anything wrong. Something said, there's no peanut butter in this ice cream. And I went and looked. Sure enough, no fucking peanut butter in it. And then another time, just recently, I was downstairs. I have a hallway light that I can. Well, you can't hear me. I have a hallway light. I have a hallway light there's a light switch downstairs for it and a light switch upstairs for it. The other day, I go over to the light switch downstairs, go to turn it on to go upstairs, doesn't turn on. And I'm like, that's weird. And then I say to myself, I bet you the switch is just stuck in the middle, upstairs. Sure enough, the switch upstairs was just stuck in the middle. How the fuck would I know that? Like, where would my brain?
Because it's happened to you before.
Never happened with that before. Never had that happen before. That's what I'm saying. It was just a weird psychic occurrence, dude. Anyway, that's different than when the world revolves around me. However, that's just weird occurrences. I think, like you're saying, maybe I did in the back of the mind. Maybe that did happen, and I back pocketed it and forgot. Who knows? But.
Dude, you're a little bit older. You got to prioritize what you remember. Your memory's like a filing cabinet. As new shit comes in, you just chuck it or keep it. Because for all the stuff you keep, you got to get rid of something from your past.
It's a bucket. I only got so much room in the bucket these days. You know what I'm saying? You put water in, some kind of water's got to go out unless you put a little hole in the bottom and then it's just like empty, useless stuff at the bottom just falling out. I think that's more what it is. My bucket, I think it's just starting to get a little rusty.
My bucket's got a hole. Sure.
But anyway, real quick. Brap wants an update on, speaking of the world revolving around us. Did you were you able to help the person on your call last night? You had to leave the members only show.
Yes.
To go do a call.
Yeah.
Tried to Buffalo, and where were the keys? Were they able to find the keys, or did you have to use, because the lady couldn't get into a generator?
As soon as she got power back on in her house, she was able to locate where the key was. She was in a panic. She was saying she didn't have keys. She didn't have the owner's manual or anything like that. I knew exactly where the keys were. They're in her owner's manual. It's a 3-ring binder. It's clipped in the middle. Every one of my 15,000 customers, it's where their keys are.
And she
make sure.
Claiming she couldn't find it, and then in college, so they had to pay $275 or whatever for you to come out there.
I didn't charge them.
Whoa, really?
No, I felt bad by the time I got there.
Well, that's good. That'll bode well for the future, for when you need to put in the next time they need to buy a generator. There you go. There you go. The freebies, they've already begun. Okay, so good. You were able to take care of them at least and get them back up and running and all that stuff.
Yep. Right. Elevator was working by the time I left. Everything was good to go.
Now, and real quick, Gene Queen with a great question too. I forgot to mention this. You had somebody to come over. You had a lady come over last night, a woman, a friend of yours, who is in a kind of a abusive relationship, and she needed a place to stay to get away from the guy that she's with. You said she came and was going to sleep in your bed last night while you were gone. And then, so how'd that go? Did she come over?
Yeah, by the time I got home, she was already here. She was on the couch.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't even wake her up. I just went upstairs and went to bed.
That's good. Was she there in the morning or?
Yeah, I went to Starbucks at 6 and grabbed her a Starbucks for the road.
That's cool. Good stuff. That's a nice gentlemanly thing to do.
I try sometimes, man.
That's good. Now, was she super thankful and all that stuff, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. All right, cool. Good for you. Give yourself a little nobility points there.
Yeah.
Are you
trying to make up for some of my shitty deeds?
Do you think this might have happen again? Is she going to go to a shelter?
No. She don't live with the dude or anything. She was just thinking that the dude was going to come by her house or something last night because he's tended to show up in the past when they split up and call her incessantly and everything like that. But tonight, one of her friends that's an older gentleman is in from Maine to visit her, and he's staying at her apartment.
Okay, interesting.
Her best friend's a 65-year-old man that can barely walk, has pancreatitis.
We got some interesting people in your life, my dude. I love it.
Oh, I'm not. I love it. I am the island of misfit fucking toys right here, bro.
Nugget Man has a good question. Is the company going to be upset that they're not going to get paid to cover you?
They gave me a little pee-pee slap this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
They said you can't do that again.
They're like, why are you giving out free service calls? I was like, dude, she was panicked. She's had the generator like less than a year. I'm the one that told her to turn the damn gas off, thinking that she didn't have power.
That's right. It was your mistake too. So that's right. I forgot about that. I totally forgot that you had given her, or that you told her to do one thing and it was the wrong thing because she had told you one thing, and it was all complicated.
That's what happens when you're trying to walk somebody through it, because when somebody's without power and their $15,000 generator ain't working, they are panicked, and it's the end of the world, and it's the generator company's fault. It's a piece of shit. They don't want it. It's a lemon, and they're ready to flip the fuck out.
Are these all very wealthy people usually? No, I always forget about that. I keep thinking that people who have these giant generators are all very wealthy people, because I've never known anybody
generators.
Who's not
Generators are like
wealthy.
$8,000 to $15,000.
No, I'm not suggesting they're outrageously priced. I just don't know that I've ever known a person outside of somebody who's pretty wealthy. In fact, I think Rover's the only person I've ever met who's got a generator built in their house.
And he has a grossly undersized generator for what he has in his house.
Okay.
For as wealthy as that man is, he should have dropped a good 30 to 50 grand to ensure protect his electronics in his house. Mm-hmm. And instead he went with the cheap fucking route.
Well, it seems as though there were some other people that took a cheap route on some things over the past couple weeks. I don't know if Mikey, you had a chance. Well, in fact, before I start talking about, going back to what I was saying before about the world revolving around me, do you remember a phone call last night that we got? I'm going to play it for you guys. F1 Frank called in last night, and he mentioned something that I later on in the evening, I swear to God, came true. Very strange. Speaking of prognostication, here is F1 Frank calling into the show last night. Frank, what else you got for me, dude?
How come even when they pave the roads, the manhole covers are right where your tires hit?
How come even when they pave? I don't know. I think it's probably impossible to just
F1
get a road
Frank.
perfectly
Oh my God!
Frank, where the manholes are. The roads aren't perfect. That's my guess.
But why are the manholes right in the driving lane?
That is a great question, F1 Frank. I do have F1 on. Frank, do you have some sort of insider information that we don't know about? Frank, are you there? Hello.
He's asleep.
Is it me, dumb?
Yes, Frank. Did you?
Oh, Frank. Hey, buddy. I was watching the show and talking or waiting on the phone at the same time.
It's okay, Frank. Do you realize last night that you were Nostradamus last night when you called into the show talking about manhole covers?
Oh no! What'd you do? Hit a manhole cover and blow out your tire?
No. The $500 million F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix, the practice session for it that started last night, right after the members-only issue ended, was cut short after 8 minutes of practice because Carlos Sainz, the driver for Ferrari, hit a manhole cover that was sticking up out of the road. And you can't make this fucking shit up, dude. I couldn't, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Because when Frank calls with the most random question in the world about fucking manholes.
And it's a premonition, and he talks about wheels going over them specifically.
I know, yeah.
Specifically.
Why are there manhole covers in the driving lane, he says. I do have some video of the accident, or I could have been.
I want to see it.
Yeah, it could have been potentially very ugly in Las Vegas.
I love that these billionaires that own that Ferrari team said it's going to cost us a fortune.
Yeah,
I did. This is your thing, bro. Like,
you saw the chief engineer say that. Thing. Yeah, he was. They were not happy. Well, when you see this, it might be understandable, especially with the amount of damage. But Frank, real quick, what can I do for you this evening before I play this F1 video?
I heard you talking about. Hey, Mikey, what's up?
What's up, F1? How you doing, buddy?
Talking with Mikey about women sleeping in his bed and shit. I just wondered if Mikey called all sluts yet.
No.
Not on her. No, that was a wounded duck in the house, Frank. He's a gentleman.
Chivalry is not dead, Frank.
Mikey's a gentleman? Come on, man.
Yeah, all right, Frank.
About as gentlemanly as I am.
Do you have a random question for me tonight that might predict the future as well?
I did a random question for you. I freaking lost it, but
did you write it down?
I did. No, I Googled it this time. I actually Googled some random question. I don't know. What makes someone good or bad? There, how you go?
Their choices?
Moral compass.
Maybe, I don't know, not really. I guess you can be a bad person or a good person who makes bad choices. So I don't know. What you tell me.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a good person that makes bad choices.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I identify as.
Frank, go ahead.
That's your pronoun.
What is the answer to the question, my friend?
Oh, I don't know. There was no answer.
This guy's asking rhetorical questions here. All right, Frank. Let's go back to the drawing board, find whatever you wrote down, and we'll go back to that on Monday, all right?
Yeah,
Good night, Frank. Sleep tight.
All right, Frank. Later. We should call him F4 Frank for Four Locos.
Well, I mean, depending on how he's talking when he calls in, it can either be F1 to F5. Yeah. Just like tornado sizes, you know what I'm saying? Because he comes through the show like a fucking tornado every time.
Secret ADS Mod said, can you ask Frank to join the Discord, please? We want him bet. I don't think Frank is...
that dude is not... The only thing he's operating is Facebook, and he's just typing Trump.
Right. That's funny. DeSantis lifts. All right, here are...
Motherfucker.
Just because you said it.
There you go.
Here is the video of what happened last night. Now, it's a few videos I put together in a row. You get the actual video from the car and then a couple other videos. So watch closely as it goes pretty fast considering they're race cars. Right. There it was.
Ooh.
There it was. And then now you'll see it in slow motion. Boom. Right there. Whole car lifts up. Now watch this. A shower of sparks everywhere. It's crazy. And then now here's another view from like a weird security camera or whatever. And then one last one from like somebody's. It's like they're actually right next to it. It's pretty crazy. Here we go. Right here.
Oh, did you get
that? yeah, they got it.
Shit.
So you could barely see the
like Wile E. Coyote running past the screen.
That's what's nuts is how fast it is. You can't even hardly find
nothing. Even if you go by, it's it goes, it's gone. Frame by frame, you can't even see the car.
There it is, right
there. There it is.
I'm able to get 3 frames of it, and there it is. Wow, what perfect timing for them to be in that spot. Like, Right there. What are the fucking odds of that? So
Dude, I watched some video of them practicing at 4 a.m. Dude, that straightaway is so long.
It is. Max Verstappen is not happy with the track. He doesn't like it at all, apparently, which is good because he's actually other people might have a chance to win today or this weekend, so that's kind of nice. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that. Hold on one second. I'm trying to close this window here. Where do we leave off with that? So, but no, you mentioned practice P2, the second practice. I tried to stay up to watch it, and instead they just did a bunch of interviews with the chief engineers and stuff. And I think you said you saw one where one of them was swearing. Well, right now this is like this is a huge black eye for F1. This was supposed to be their big thing. You know what I mean? This was their big
expansion into Vegas, going around the sphere.
Exactly.
Oh my God, this huge giant fucking thing. And
it was the biggest
we're wrecking Ferraris.
Yep. And see, well, the Ferrari driver, I'm assuming, let's see, is this what you watched, this interview right here?
I just read the quote. I didn't even see the interview.
Well, I actually don't have the part with the Ferrari driver bitching, but I did get this was the part that I found the most interesting. I think this guy's name is Toto Wolff or Wolfson or something like that. I actually don't know his name off the top of my head. But he is the chief engineer for Mercedes. And he had a lot to say when asked about whether or not this incident in the practice session is a black eye on F1.
FP1, how can you even dare trying to talk bad about an event that sets the new standards to everything, and then you're speaking about a drain cover that's been undone that has happened before. That's nothing. It's FP1. Give credit to the people that have set up this Grand Prix, that have made this sport much bigger than it ever was. Have you ever spoken good about someone and written a good word? You should, about all these people that have been out here. Liberty has done an awesome job, and just because in FP1 a drain cover has become undone, we shouldn't be moaning. The car is broken. That's really a shame. For Carlos, it could have been dangerous. So between the FIA and the track, and everybody needs to analyze how we can make sure that this is not happening again. But talking here about the black eye for the sport on a Thursday evening, nobody watches that in European time anyway. Come on.
I like that guy. I can listen to him talk for a while, bro.
He's really always like that. He gets so mad during the race. He's always fucking slamming his headset down and stuff, and he's always scrunching his face up. He's very animated. They show him a lot during the F1 races because he is very, very, very animated. So, that Ferrari got so in the controversy doesn't end there, Mikey. Hold on. So during the practice session, the second one, all those people who were there for the first one who stuck around to watch the second practice session kicked out because allegedly the F1 organizers didn't want to pay all the people overtime to, be hospitable to all these people.
Not that they didn't want to pay them overtime. Las Vegas labor laws requested that they could not work any longer and they had no more staff.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, well they were claiming.
So it's labor laws here.
Everybody online was claiming that they just fucking straight up were being cheap and didn't want to pay double overtime.
Yeah, F1 is being cheap. Yeah, that's what F1 does. When you're paying fucking $2,000 for a 2-day pass, get the hell out of here, dude.
Well, I think that, and they also said it was a safety thing too. They needed to get people out of there because of the safety concerns with the track and.
Yeah, I'm sure because of that one drain cover, they had to go check every other one throughout the entire course. And like that Mercedes dude said, I guess this has happened before.
They mentioned, I think this happened in several other races. I'm trying to remember where else they said it. Maybe Sao Paulo?
What's the big deal about this one?
I think it's because there was so much hoopla around this one. It's in the United States. It's the biggest race of the year.
I think it makes it more exciting. I saw a bunch of sparks. It looked like a sparkler flying by, bro. Like, that's cool shit. I didn't come here to watch them race. I came here to watch them wreck some fucking multi-million-dollar cars that I ain't never going to afford.
Oh no, I don't want to see them wreck. I love the racing action, baby. Secret ADS Mod said
crashes.
I hate it. I hate because those cars are so expensive. Well, you know what's so crazy about it too, Mikey? When he hit that drain cover, he broke the chassis, the floor, the energy store, and part of the engine. In the energy store, they only are allowed to have, I think, 2 or 3 throughout the year. And they've already gone through their allotment Ferrari has for this car. So they have to put a new one on it. And in doing so, give themselves a 10 grid spot penalty for lineup. So they're going to start 10 spots back because the track.
Every race or just one race?
Just this next race in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So he loses track position because they did a bad job welding down this fucking manhole cover. So
not
it wasn't
gonna lie,
his fault.
Homeboy should have seen the manhole cover and avoided it.
No,
it's like
what
a
happened?
pothole that you hit and fucks up your car.
It sucked it out when he went over the downforce.
Yeah, don't drive over it. Look at it and drive around it. There's multiple lanes there.
You can't see it. I'm being facetious. I thought you were being serious. No, I thought you were saying like it was raised up and he didn't see it, but no, it was when the car went over.
The pressure of it sucked it up. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, and I feel bad for that dude. It sucks. It wasn't his fucking fault. It's not Ferrari's fault. So they got to spend all that money. They lose all that track position. So they potentially are likely out in being in 10th unless barring a huge wreck in the first lap or something.
Let's be real. They're still Ferrari though. They're still Ferrari.
I know, but it's
only one race. I know. I'm just
sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially a bunch of fans that go there to watch the racer and shit like that. Now his car sucks and he's heading back.
Well, Ferrari, I mean, people love Ferrari. So there's two. I would say Carlos Sainz is one of my favorite drivers, actually. So I was kind of pissed about that because I like seeing the two Ferraris up there battling. I haven't really picked a favorite team yet. I feel like I'd be I'm jumping on the bandwagon to be on the Red Bull team, but I drive a Honda, and they have Honda engines. So to me, it's kind of like, well, I should probably be a Red Bull guy because they have Hondas and I drive a Honda. It seems natural to me. You know what I mean? I'll never drive a Mercedes. I'll never drive an Aston Martin. I'll never drive an Alfa Romeo. So for now, we'll just stick with the Red Bull. So maybe I'll just root for Max and just stick in that.
I'm just rooting for Daniel. Whatever happens with him. I saw his helmet. His helmet looked dope.
They had I saw a whole thing that showed all their helmets, and they all had pretty fucking badass helmets. But they always have sweet helmets. A couple of weeks ago, Lewis Hamilton, they gave him 2 helmets. One of them, which wasn't track ready, which was just like a show helmet. When he flipped down the visor, it had a green glowing line in the middle of it, like
no shit.
Yeah, like a fucking Daft Punk kind of thing. It was really really cool.
He was a green RoboCop.
Yeah, it was some kind of. I can't remember what was it in? I think it was when they were in Japan. I believe it was some sort of Japanese artist. So, just a reminder to everybody: if you do want me to read your comments, make sure you're either putting in a superfan donation or tagging me with @AnotherDumbShow. That way, I can see it because I see you guys are talking a lot in there today. So again, it's just hard for me to keep up with everybody, whether or not you're talking to yourselves or whether or not you're talking to me. So just a little reminder, not being a dick about it, just a little reminder for everybody.
Let's be real. Everybody in our chat, they all talk to themselves.
That's not true. They do comment. Sometimes I'll look down and I just happen to see, on their own. They talk to themselves. I see
and answer themselves. Yeah.
That's okay. I grumble to myself all day, every day, constantly. I talk to myself all the time. I'm psycho. In fact, it's one of the things I worry about, like when I left my mic on a couple times, and I just wonder what weird stuff I know I talked to the dog one time, but just because I grumble about stuff, I always wonder what I would grumble about potentially if I left the mic on. Nugget Man asks, he asks, are there any more practice races tonight? I do believe Las Vegas GP. I thought qualifying is today. GP qualifying. Let's see.
Is this a night race or daytime race?
Nighttime. So that's why everything's happening so late. Qualifying starts at 12 a.m. midnight Pacific time. So that's at 3 a.m. they're going to be qualifying. That way it'll be on during the day.
So obviously they're doing racing so Europe can watch during prime time.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing it for. So wait, am I reading? Yeah, 12 a.m. Pacific time is when qualifying starts. So that's this evening at midnight. And then the race is at 10 p.m. Pacific time, Saturday, 1 a.m. Eastern, going into Sunday. So it'll be on. So I'm going to be up late tomorrow going into Sunday.
You're going to be napping. That's what you're going to be doing. You got a wedding tomorrow too, don't you?
I got a wedding tomorrow night. So I'll go to bed on time tonight and I'll watch the qualifying tomorrow. That way I'm good for my wedding. But I'll probably get home from that wedding and be up and be like, "Ooh, man, I could stick it out here to watch the beginning of this race by the time
1
I
a.m.
burn and everything." Yeah.
1 a.m. watch party.
That's, oh, man.
1 a.m. watch party.
All right, we'll see. All right, let's see how I'm feeling. Because sometimes I break down the studio on Fridays.
Oh, you got to bring equipment and stuff. Yeah, so you have a house for a weekend.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. But you know what? Probably wouldn't be too hard to just bring my mic box back in and plug it in. I think that's really all I'm taking with me. So I could probably, let's see how I'm feeling. See how tired I am. See if I'm up for it.
I say that I'm up for it now, but by tomorrow night it comes around at 10 o'clock. I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. It always sounds good when we talk about doing it.
Yeah, I am the biggest overcommitter in the entire world. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to go with you, bro. I'll text you the next day. I ain't going.
Right. That's how I feel about it. So we'll see what happens. Again, no promises. We'll see if I'm up for it. I was more thinking along the lines of potentially doing some sort of Sunday watch party during the football games. Considering this game between the Browns and the Steelers really fucking matters. What a crazy night last night. Crazy night last night in the NFL. Ravens tight end Mark Andrews, I called it, broke his leg. He's got a cracked bone in his leg and bad high ankle sprain. Along with, they just said, and another ankle injury. They didn't really even go into what it was. So he's out for the season. That's Lamar Jackson's security blanket. So
it's his best buddy.
They even said, they said, we're bread and butter, peanut butter and jelly. They called him, he said he's receiver number 1 sometimes. So that's bodes poorly for another dumb team in the fantasy football league, because that's my starting quarterback. I feel bad for the guy that lost the 2 guys tonight, because I think Brad L., he lost, I believe he has Mark Andrews. So Andrews out for the season. He lost one of his workhorses. And then I believe neighbor Dave is screwed because Joe Burrow, quarterback for the Bengals, officially out for the season, torn ligament in his wrist. So, dude, with the Bengals losing their number 1 receiver, the Ravens losing their number 1 receiver, the Bengals losing their quarterback, the Browns might actually have a chance in this division at this point. Things could get a little bit.
The whole NFL's wide open right now, dude. It's wild. It's a wild and crazy world. The amount of fucking franchise players that we've seen injuries with this year is absolutely astonishing.
It's nuts. And we mentioned last night, we were out ahead of it, guys. We were talking about the Joe Burrow
Riskgate.
Joe Burrow controversy. Riskgate. You're exactly right, Mikey. The controversy regarding his wrist. Now, here's the video now, did I even play the video last night? I can't remember if I played it. Or we just talk about it.
I don't know if I saw it here or I saw it on the Thursday night broadcast. Because the Bengals posted the video originally and then they took it down.
That's right. So here is that video. This is the Bengals getting off the plane coming in. Is this them coming into the stadium? Yeah. You can actually see the plane in the background. So here's the Bengals getting off the plane. Look way in the back in the middle at Joe Burrow's hand. Look for Joe Cool and then look for his hand. You'll see there he is. And there it is. There's the shot. You zoom in on it here and you'll see his hand is wrapped with some sort of wrist compression thing.
But you know what? Guys wear that type of stuff all the time,
Well, here is, so you can kind of see he's holding his, he is holding
He ain't even
something.
moving that hand, dude. It looks like he's not even moving his hand that much.
You're right. He's just kind of balancing that iPad in his hand or whatever, or that Surface.
He's doing everything important with his left hand. It looks like he's awkwardly doing something with his left hand right there that he's not trying to do nothing with that right, dude.
You're absolutely right. And then,
I hope they get dinged a first-round pick.
You think that's what will happen? Because are they officially under investigation?
Schefter reported it earlier today, I thought.
Because when you have a player who has an injury, you have to list it on the injury report, even if it's an illness.
Like,
right.
Like Patrick Mahomes got listed as illness one day for practice, but he was still a full participant.
There you go. So you got to list all these things, or it's some sort of rule violation. Now the Bengals have gone out of their way now to try to cover their tracks. Here is Joe Burrow talking about said wrist wrap.
Going into the game, what led to that? This is a completely different thing. It's not uncommon for guys to wear compression sleeves on plane because when you go up to that altitude, things can swell up. I had, football, you have a lot of bumps and bruises. This is a completely new injury.
What a fucking liar.
Dude, he's a horrible liar, bro.
Come on, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. We're not stupid, guys.
Be better at it. Don't go for the instant eye itch. Like, keep your hands, like, on the table, bro.
So, yeah, I think they're going to be fucked if they do end up looking into it and there was more damage done because there's always leaks. People talk. Something's going to come out. Some trainer, some nobody is going to end up leaking something.
Sports books everywhere should void any bet that had to do with Joe Burrow because those motherfuckers did that.
Okay, that's fine. As long as it doesn't affect me at all, because I did play in that game, Mikey, and
they're gonna text you. I'm sorry, we need that. We need that back.
Well, I tell you what, your boy hit pretty big finally.
Hell yeah, bro.
I had that ESPN bet app that they gave me. You do a $5 bet, and then they give you $200 in bonus bets, which is like $4 $50 bets. I did a bet last night on the Bengals Ravens game. I picked the Baltimore Ravens to win. Gus Edwards to go over 45.5 rushing. Zay Flowers to be under 51.5 receiving. And Gus Edwards
definitely increased your odds.
Yes, it did. Gus Edwards to score a touchdown. Odds were plus 652. I put one of those $50 bonus bets in, baby. 326 payout, baby.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, pretty exciting. Yeah. Pretty cool when that happens. It isn't. You
can pull all that out except for that 50 that you use. Bang, house money.
I don't even know. I might just leave that in there just as the play money to use for gambling in the meantime. Not go crazy with it. Just like the same, go back to the $5 bets, and the usual, but just kind of leave that in there. That way I'm not spending money on gambling. I'm just taking because that was fake. That was play money that I won with. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying. Take out the real money and leave the $50 play money still in there. So it's still just play money.
I still have 3 more of those too.
Oh, I forgot you still got.
Actually, 2 more. I forgot. Actually, I only have 2 more because I did a NFL.
Hook me up. Email me a referral.
I'll see if they have it because so far I don't think I've seen any sort of referral thing. I may be looking in the wrong place or something like that. They have to have some sort of referral thing in the promos or whatever. So
I just decided this weekend I'm signing my mom up for DraftKings.
I think you told us that you'd mentioned this once before. You're going to actually do it
on her phone. Yeah, she's going to let me do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked her into it. Hell yeah. That's what I wanted to try to do with B1, and then she was like, "Well, no,
I like gambling."
She doesn't know. I want to bet. I like this. This is fun. So,
dude, I loved it. The couple that was in front of us at the Vikings game. I noticed like halfway through the game, the girl kept like getting on her phone, and I like saw over her shoulder one time. She was on DraftKings. And her and her boyfriend kept sharing each other's bets with each other.
That's great.
They were live betting while watching live football.
That's love right there. That's a bonding experience that I can get down with.
Yeah, bro.
Another thing I might be able to get down with. Now, Mikey, we talked earlier today. We were texting about the Browns since they lost Deshaun Watson. They have decided to bring in a veteran quarterback for a workout. Joe Flacco, former Ravens quarterback.
Good old gooseneck.
Hey, I tell you what, my dude has a Super Bowl ring. He's got he knows what he's doing. He can still toss the hog, apparently.
Wasn't he a league MVP too?
I don't know.
Or was he a Super Bowl MVP?
I don't actually know the answer to that. Joe Flacco Awards. Joe Flacco Awards.
I think it's Super Bowl MVP. I don't think he was ever
Super Bowl Most Valuable Player Award 2013 and couple Rookie of the Week for Pepsi. So, yeah, he won the one that matters. Right. So, yeah, he was the MVP of the Super Bowl in 2013, whatever that was. So 52 or something, or 42 maybe, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, Super Bowl MVP, the Browns have brought in to try out for a backup position. I'm assuming a backup position to DTR, which is smart because the AFC North, we have, it's just, we're facing TJ Watt this weekend and Highsmith. So, or is Highsmith out? Highsmith get hurt?
I don't even know who Highsmith is.
Oh, he's like the guy on the opposite side of TJ Watt, who's also pretty badass and kicks the Browns' ass. Every time we play him, he kicks our ass.
Did you see that linebacker for the Bengals?
Logan Wilson?
Who was responsible for all 3 injuries last night?
Yeah, he was
tree for tree.
He was a beast last night. One of them, they say, it was an illegal hit. The hip drop he did on one of them. That's what hurt Mark Andrews. They're going to get rid of that tackle next year. You know what I'm talking about, where they come up from behind and they just kick their legs out and they drop down and they just land on the running back or the receiver's legs, ball carrier's legs. That happened last night. Mark Andrews got hurt, so there's another reason they lost one of the NFL superstars to that tackle. So they're going to take that dude out. But yeah, that guy was all over the fucking place. That hit on OBJ was so hard. I don't know if you saw that hit, but he walloped him. It was great.
I love watching him get hit that hard.
Yeah, you know what? I have such a love-hate relationship with OBJ because you know me, I love swag, I love Dion, I love primetime, I love players like that, and OBJ is a lot like that. But he flashes brilliance and then just is.
I was just about to say, you just mentioned all-time greats. When Beckham's career is over, he's going to be known for one thing and one thing only.
That catch?
Just the one catch. That's
catch.
It.
Yeah.
That's all he's going to be known for.
Well, you know what? That's sad though, because he was on the way to having MVP performance in the Super Bowl last year till he got hurt. He was just started coming on this year because he'd been hurt. I guess his shoulder's been hurt all year, and he's been playing through that. And he just started coming back on again. Then he gets walloped, and now he's out again.
Was it a broken collarbone or something?
I just think they have shoulder injury listed. I don't know if they actually. I think he's undergoing an MRI. But I tell you what. I don't know if you saw the other news regarding the Browns and quarterbacks today. There's another quarterback who has thrown their hat into the ring, and it's not the one that you're worried about. It is not Colin Kaepernick this time.
I know who it is. I just had a name that popped into my head.
Here it is. Let's see if you remember Robert Griffin III.
The Browns should sign me as their starting quarterback, and here's why. 1, at 33 years old, I understand the game better than I ever have in my entire career. I know how to slide and I know when to slide. And that was a huge issue in my 8 years in the NFL. But I've learned from my mistakes and I'm ready to showcase that I can get it done. But here's the thing. Deshaun Watson went 14 for 14 in the second half against the Baltimore Ravens, and he used his legs to go out and scramble and extend plays. Of those 14 passes, there weren't really any of them that you would say were $230 million worthy passes. All they needed him to do was manage the game because of them dogs they got over there on defense, starting with Myles Garrett. Well, guess what? I didn't do that. I can go out there and manage a game for the Cleveland Browns and help them go on the Super Bowl run that they want to go on. But here's the second thing. I still run a 4.340, people, and I can throw the football 80 yards. I train every week like an NFL football player, so I can be ready for moments just like this. So they need to hit my line. And the third thing is,
I love this.
For me, if Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to be their guy and they don't bring me in to be the starter, then they should bring me in to be the backup so I can help him in the same ways that I helped Lamar Jackson. I learned 6 offenses in 8 years in the NFL. Nobody wants to talk about it, but learning a new offense has never been a problem for me. And I can help DTR with his decision-making, when to make certain plays, and truly to understand what he has to do as a quarterback with a defense like that on the other side of the football.
We got to do this. Dude, I love this so much.
His knees bend in like this, bro. Like
what? From getting beat up so bad? From all destroys getting?
He's held together with rubber bands and silly string.
Did he really get hurt that many times? He just blew out his knee that one time, though, right? I mean, he blew it out a bunch of times.
ACL a couple times. I thought he did both knees.
I actually don't know. I was kind of wondering why he left the league. injuries. All right, let's see. Injury list. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, okay, we got a lot of rows here.
See? He's got a filing cabinet like my host here.
Okay. Starting in 2013, knee ACL tear, grade 3. He tore his ACL, LCL, and meniscus in his right knee. That was the big one. That was the one that took him out for the longest time. An LCL pull, grade 1 in 2012. A head cranial concussion in 2012. Knee ACL tear, grade 3 in 2009. So he's torn his ACL twice, Mikey. He also dislocated his ankle in 2014. Another concussion, 2015. Scapula fracture in 2016. Another concussion, 2016, and then a hand-thumb fracture in 2019. Now, he did say that all of those injuries, or not, he didn't say all of them were due to it, but I would imagine many of those were due to him not sliding.
You really think he learned his lesson?
Perhaps. I mean, shit, yeah. If you break enough bones, you might go, you know what? I'm tired of getting fucking hit. If I can slide, I'm going to slide. They'll let me play and they tell me to slide. I'm going to fucking slide.
I'd love it. I think it'd be great because the guy is super animated. I love him I'd miss him on all the pregame shows, though. Like, I enjoy the little bits and stuff that he does on those.
He does do a good job. He's very entertaining. He's got, when he calls games, he's very animated, very excited. The first time I heard him call a game, I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy, who the fuck is this? Talking about chicken wings and shit, because he gets all animated and talks about giving.
I haven't heard him call any games. He calls an NFL game?
College.
Oh, I heard him he calls games.
Yeah, I heard him calling a college game. And it was, I mean, oh, dude, if you like him and you like the way he jokes around, his animated antics.
Oh, I'd love him calling a game, dude. I'd love it.
He's great. He's great. So, all right, so we'll see if the Browns follow up with that. If his phone's ringing, hopefully it's the Browns on the other end of it. Last night, real quick, Mikey, we did that story about Charissa Thompson and how she said that she makes up stories about coaches. And when she can't get, actually here, I just have the clip. I'll play the clip for you guys. I don't remember if I played the clip or not. But here is her talking about her journalistic integrity.
I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the report sometimes because A, the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late. And I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report. So I was like, I'm just going to make this up because first of all, no coach is going to get mad if I say, hey, we need to stop hurting ourselves. We need to be better on third down. We need to stop turning the ball
Pressure
over.
the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. and do a better job of getting off the field. Like, they're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report.
She just did my breathing thing.
Like, yeah, so I just spoke with Arthur
She
Smith
did?
at
Yep.
They're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report.
It would be.
Did I miss it?
The field.
Go back a little
Like,
bit further.
they're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like,
You didn't
it's
hear
fine.
that?
I'll just make up.
No, what am I missing here?
Exactly. And do a better job of getting off the field. Like, they're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine.
I just think that's breathing. I don't ever notice it. I just think it's breathing. People got to take breaths while they're talking. I don't think people realize when you're speaking and doing like a show, I'm talk
noticing
a lot.
it. I'm trying to figure it out as I'm going, but when I'm talking, I can't breathe.
You got to learn. You'll learn
nothing moves.
the
Nothing,
pattern.
Nothing moves through my nose. Nothing moves through my nose when I'm talking through my mouth. It's like it shuts off completely.
You'll learn the pattern of it, as you get, because there's times too where, because you also, you got to talk from your chest. You got to breathe and use your diaphragm and all that stuff. It's
Dude,
silly,
I've been talking for 37 years now. You'd think I'd have it fucking down by now.
Well, actually, I mean, but the talking and doing it live and things like that, it is a little bit different, honestly.
That is for sure.
What's her name? She did come out and say she had to come out and comment on this because the whole journalism world was giving her a hard time about it because
Oh my God, journalistic integrity that none of us have anyways.
Well, she came out and she did give a little Instagram post I was on the wrong one. She said, okay, let's address the elephant in the room. I have a responsibility to myself and my employers to clarify what is being reported. When on a podcast this week, I said I would make up reports early in my career when I worked as a sideline reporter before I transitioned to my current host role. Working in media, I understand how important words are, and I chose the wrong words to describe the situation. I'm sorry. I have never lied about anything or been unethical during my time as a sportscaster. In the absence
just as bullshit as Joe Burrow.
I was just going to say that. And in the absence of a coach providing any information that could further my report, I would use information that I learned and saw during the first half to create my report. For example, if a team was 0 for 7 on third down, that would clearly be an area they need to improve on in the second half. In these instances, I never attributed anything I said to a player or coach. I have nothing but respect for sideline reporters and for the tireless work they put in behind the scenes and on the field. I'm only appreciative and humbled to work alongside some of the best in business and call them some of my best friends. So she's full of shit. Her words now were not taken out of context. She straight up said,
let's let the internet go back and find all these reports and see if when she was on TV, she associates any of the reports to any players or coaches.
That's a great, you know how the internet works. So if people care enough, they're going to go back and find it. So we'll see. Because Kelly Stafford, Matt Stafford's wife, and Rachel Bonetta, who used to be on the NFL Network, a couple other people came out, other women came out having her back because that one chick, there must be a rift, there must be little cliques within the female sideline reporter community.
No, really? Petty and cattiness between women in the workplace? Never!
Because, yeah, you're right. Well, you remember that girl we played the video, the girl that runs on the field? She called her out, said she has no journalistic integrity. Well, then Kelly Stafford and all these other girls came out and said, look, when something's taken out of context and then broadcasted, you have to just take it for what it's worth. And it doesn't matter. And I was like, bitch, just admit your friend did something wrong. Just say just stay out of it, number one. Let your friend get roasted for a little bit. It's all going to go away. She's not going to get fired from Amazon Prime. She's one of the fucking hottest balls, and she's great at her job. So she's not going to go anywhere. I love watching her on Thursday Night Football. So if she did get fired,
I love that whole Thursday night crew. I love that whole Thursday night crew. Whitworth,
great.
Sherman.
They're awesome. Fitz
Magic.
Great. Yeah,
there's a ton of football knowledge on that.
And they say whatever they're thinking too. Like I love that Jared Goff had to come out and he called Fitzmagic out.
Fitzpatrick out, yeah.
Called him a poor man's Phillip Rivers or something like that, I think. And so he
something like that. Yeah.
That pissed off Goff.
I mean, he's a good game manager. He's definitely the best rated quarterback this year.
He's got some legs on him too. He can get out of the pocket if he has to and move a little bit. He's not a bad quarterback.
I can't wait for Danielle Hunter to destroy him. The record. I read an article today that talks about right now our defense has the number one ranked for the quarterbacks to play against us at their lowest quarterback rating.
Wait, say that again.
Flores, quarterbacks that play against us on average have the lowest quarterback rating in the league.
Oh, okay.
So we naturally beat up on quarterbacks. Our defense went from being like 30th last year to top 5 and everything right now.
Speaking of you reading articles and stats, now the other day you dropped a stat about how the Vikings have had nothing but good luck, or you mentioned something how when the Vikings lose their starting quarterback, they're still able to win, and it's happened like 3 or 4 times to you guys. I was like, wow, that was good analysis. Where'd you hear that? And you were like, well, me and my buddy were talking, and I just came up with it.
We always talk about it. We talk about everything.
Well, Tyler claims that here's his comment. He says, Mikey said he read an article about how Vikings have luck, about how they lose franchise quarterback. Then 1 minute later, he said he thought of it himself. Why lie about that and not give credit to the article he read?
I don't know if it was an article or not. I can't remember.
Well, that's what he's saying, that you said it was at first. And then when I asked you where you saw that, you went, no, I made it up myself. So I'm not questioning it. I was just curious because it was good analysis either way. That's an interesting factoid to have knowledge of. So I was just curious, period, where that came from. So I'm not making any allegations either.
I very well could have seen it while scrolling by, and then when I was talking to my homeboy later, absolutely owned it and been like, oh, dude, this is a great stat.
No, I think what it is, Mikey, is you're trying to take credit for the article you read. Let's be honest here. You want credit for an ESPN article you read. Come on. It's obviously what your MO is. You wake up in the morning and you're like, I'm going to read some ESPN stats. I'm going to come with some stats on the show. That's right. I'm going to come with some stats on the show. And when Dumb asks me where I found them, I'm gonna be like, right off the scroll, right here, baby. This is where they came from, right out of here. So
I haven't missed a snap of Vikings football in 12 years. Get off my nutsack. Whoever made that comment.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe I'll go back and we'll check the tape on that. Maybe somebody can go back and if they want, the Tyler can go back and pull the tape. So. All right, guys, let's take a quick break here. We come back. I got a couple stories about wokeism being out of control. It is.
I haven't been able to smoke any lavender all day.
That's what I was saying. I need to get some of that going here too. So, apparently they're still commenting on my house sweater. It's actually not it's supposed to be worn outside of the house. I just wear it in the house right now because I'm down. All my zipper hoodies are dirty, and I can't wear a regular hoodie. It'll mess up my hair. So these, to me, you can wear
I hate zipper hoodies.
Oh, I hate regular hoodies.
I love hoodies.
They fuck my hair up when I take them on and off. So I can take a zipper hoodie on and off and not have to worry about messing my hair up. And if it is raining, I can then throw the hood up and sacrifice the hair or whatever. Otherwise,
I'm gonna have to find some product soon to put in my hair to figure out something to do with this shit, dude. It's getting out of control.
Pantene alcohol-free hairspray. That's the stuff, baby. You can do level 3 if you want a little bit of manageability. If you want it hard as a rock, you can go all the way up to level 5. And there's no alcohol in it, so it doesn't dry your hair out. That's the shit, I'm telling you. So, all right, so let's do this. Let's take a break. If you've not taken a second to hit thumbs up on tonight's video, please make sure you do that. I greatly appreciate it when you guys do that for me. We're going to come back. I have a couple stories about wokeism being out of control in California. And then... we'll do lavender happy hour. Second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Get those kids, put them in the other rooms Friday night. Go to bed early. You little. I don't want to call them brats. You kids probably aren't brats, but if they're brats, kick them in the other room. And if they're not, just gently shove them in the other room. We'll be right back on Another Dumb Show. Sit tight. Okay, we're back. Welcome back to another dumb show, issue number 138. Thank you guys for streaming on my tube. Come on, baby, come on. I gotta get rid of that thing. My computer does not like when my little name thing pops up, so we're gonna have to get that fixed. So, welcome back, guys. Glad to have you guys here. I hope you guys had a nice little break there. You're getting yourselves all ready for the second half hour here, or excuse me, the second hour of another dumb show. Phones are working. 844-HEY-DUMB, 844-448-3862. I'd love to hear from somebody this evening. You may want to call in about this next topic here. I mentioned before the break I have some stories about wokeism being out of control. In California, it's not a surprise that it's happening in California. But there is a little boy. So you play football, Mikey, when you're a little kid.
Oh, dude. Really? You got to get me all riled up. I just know this story's going to piss me the hell off.
This is going to infuriate you. Real quick. Let's see here. Scott78 just gifted out 5 Another Dumb Show memberships. Thank you so much, my dude. We'll just mark that as super fan. But actually, no. That's what these guys are now. Pedo Pete, Kenobi, the Bipolar Fish Keeper, Jeremy Novak, and Kyle all just were gifted Another Dumb Show membership. So, guys, welcome to the League of Dummies. I don't know if you guys, I believe you guys are all now Super League of Dummy members, I believe. So, like I mentioned, there is a boy out in California. His name they've only listed his name as J.A. for privacy reasons. He was photographed attending a high school football game between La Jolla High School and Morse High School. This was back on October 13th. The boy's father told the news, we had a fun, great night without any trouble. There was some trouble. And sadly, it did end up happening to his son. When you're playing youth football, Mikey, did you ever see the movie? Obviously, I'm assuming you've seen the movie The Program, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We just talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, it did come up. I think it did yesterday or the day before. So it's interesting that it came up because when I watched The Program, one of the things I loved the most about The Program was Lattimore and how he painted his face. I thought that was the coolest thing, how he had different, like he had just like the weird triangle things at the beginning of the movie. Then he painted his face with the skull thing. You remember that guy, the steroid guy? The guy that Dieter has based his whole life off of Latimer, basically. That's what I believe. He used to have long hair like him. He's built like him, even kind of looks like the guy. I don't believe he abuses women like Latimer did in the movie, so I'm not implying that. But he's just a roided out kind of jock guy. But he painted his face. That was the coolest thing I loved about him. So I always did the same thing. I was one of the face painter kids. I did more, I wouldn't do just the eye black. I did the whole triangle thing. I would do different ones where I do it across my nose. War paint. That's what I was going for, was the war paint look. And this J.A. kid, I don't know if he saw the program or if he was just excited. Because I know like Aiden Hutchinson does it. He'll paint half his face. It's a big thing in the NFL too. So this little kid comes to his game like this. And he paints his face like you would think any football kid would. Now.
Oh my God, I know where the story's going now. And I just don't even want you to finish it.
It's a little bit... It's a little bit overdone, I would say. You usually don't want it to connect down at the bottom of the chin like that. But
why not?
He's now been banned from his all future athletic events in his league.
Let's open up a GoFundMe for this family and send him to a Trump rally so they can walk him out on stage about how bullshit this woke shit is.
Student is facing a 2-day suspension from school and barred from attending any future athletic events. The disciplinary notice that they put out said that, quote, J.A. painted his face black at a football game and characterized the incident as, quote, as an offensive comment to intent harm. So they're saying that he painted his face in blackface because their opponents There, well, hold on.
Giant thing in the middle of his face where you can still see that it's white. I mean, that's not what a black person looks like.
They're saying this was done intentionally because their opponent, Morse High School, is, quote, largely black, according to Cal Coast News. So this is one of the most fucking ridiculous things I've ever heard of in my entire fucking life. This had to be some fucking Karen, probably not even a fucking black person, who gave a shit about this. Is probably some fucking random ass fucking white lady.
This is definitely not a black person that said this.
I can't believe what I'm looking at. And again, it's overdone. I'll say it again. It's done. It's a shitty paint job. It's a shitty face paint job.
How old is he?
I think he's 8th grade, I believe.
Okay, 8th grade. So the parents finally let him do it himself because he's starting to become an independent human being a little bit. And the kid overdoes it a little bit, still showing 50% of his face looks white. I mean,
the father claims that even the black security guard, hold on one sec. The father claims that even the black security guard encouraged his son to put on more face paint. Now, I will say, the paint's not black. I think that's the big problem here, is the paint is brown. It's dark brown.
Well, I mean, they just use blackface. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, what do you mean they just use blackface?
Oh, no, okay, I get what you're saying. He used the wrong color paint.
Yeah, that's not black, is it? It looks like brown paint to me. And the father released this picture, by the way, so I'm not just picking this out of nowhere like I got some random little kid's face. I'm showing the dad released this because he wants to bring attention to this because he thinks it's ridiculous. And now, I'm not going to... I feel like this kid, he looks like he might not even be white. Like, does it me, or does he look like he might be Hispanic potentially, or Latino? I don't know what the word is anymore. So
I don't
potentially,
know.
I don't know. He does. I mean, his skin looks a little darker. I mean, granted, they live in California. His hair, so they're tanner. So it could just be a tan. I don't know. But I find the whole thing to be repugnant. This little kid's having. You have a small window to play football in your life.
Yep.
When you're a kid, you really do. People don't think about this. Like if you play football and you want to play football, you have from 8 years old till 18 years old, basically. You got about a 10-year window to play, unless you are good, and you might get 4 more years out of it and get to go to some sort of small college, or if you're great, you go to a bigger college. And then if you're phenomenal and outstanding, a very, very minute percentage get to go on to play for another 8 years. So the most you could really, say another 4 years per. I think that's the average for people that go to the NFL. So potentially the most you could really play is 18 years of your life. So it's a small window you're able to play. Yeah. You could play pickup baseball your whole life. You could play pickup soccer, pickup basketball, anything other than football.
Oh, I'm going to be able to bowl the next 50 years of my life.
Right.
I'll be 95 years old, could barely walk, but I'll be chucking a fucking rock at some wooden pins. That's for sure.
I mean, you can't go out and, like, the people talk about, you do the turkey bowl, right? The Thanksgiving's coming up. You go play the turkey bowl.
Shit stops when you're 21 years old.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
The older guys that go do that, they end up blowing out their knee. There's fist fights because, they get the tryhards, the older guys who are trying to, maintain their glory. But yeah, this poor kid, he's having this small window closed. So if anything, he's going to potentially have to change schools or something in order to be able to play football. And this season's done. I mean, he's not going to be able to switch in this towards the end of the season at this point anyway. But I find the whole thing just to be disgusting. I feel bad for this kid.
I'm surprised they're even allowed to play football in California at this point. And it's all flag football.
That's true, just because of the hitting and it being too violent and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, I'll keep an eye out on this story to see if I hear any more about it.
We're doomed.
We're doomed. I know it's
end times are near.
I really would love to know who reported this. I truly would love to know if this was.
You are so right, dude. It's a shoulder-length hair woman, absolutely wearing a white fucking vest and a Patagonia fucking shoes.
Patagonia shoes. You want to hear something funny about Patagonia? I used to say, when I used to read that, I used to thought it was Patagonia for the longest time. So
it sounds a lot more fancy though.
But I just didn't know. Then one day I heard somebody say Patagonia, and I went, "Oh yeah, I see. Okay, that's how you say that word. All right, that makes much more sense now." Patagonia.
How did you say it? Patagonia.
Patagonia.
I like that better though. I do like that better. It sounds like a new, fresh brand to me.
Fancy. All right. Yeah. There you go. It does sound like a Louis Vuitton kind of thing. Patagonia.
Yeah. Grab my Patagonia.
There you go.
Say it.
So we had that one story about wokeism in California being out of control, and we actually it's continued into another story that we actually talked about a while back. We played the video of this father who had a potential. Mikey, I don't remember if you were here this night. You might not have been.
Well,
here.
I mean, I might have physically been here, but let's be real. Some nights I was physically here and mentally not.
I don't know if you were
but
physically.
Let's just play it anyways, and I'll let you know if I remember.
Yeah, I don't know if you're. I'm not sure which one you are at this point, but if you were here or not, physically or mentally, I don't remember. But I feel like you may not have been. But anyway, there's the story that happened maybe a month or so, a couple weeks back. Actually, it was on November 4th. Excuse me. There was a father who was coming home in the evening. They have this kind of long alcove to go down to get to his door. And as he's going to the door, I'll show you the video of what happens. He's got his wife and his kid and the nanny at home. And he's just coming home. Looks like he's carrying a cup of coffee. In fact, I think I know you weren't here because I actually wanted to see break this video down with you to see what he does here. So now I definitely know you weren't here for this video.
I know I haven't seen this.
Here is
based on what you're saying, but I'm ready for it.
All right, so I think it picks up with the news story. I don't remember exactly, but so here we go. Here is
attempted home invasion caught on camera, but the unsuspecting homeowner winds up pulling a gun on his attackers. I'm Jory Rand.
I'm Michelle Fisher. That homeowner speaking out about the frightening ordeal.
So there you go. Let me just. I don't care what any of this is. Let me get to the actual just.
What a smart move!
Isn't this crazy?
Surveillance video.
What a smart move!
So it starts with these guys sprinting up behind him, right? He goes down the alcove. This guy sprints up out of nowhere.
That's where they fuck up because he can hear the footsteps coming.
That's a good point.
And number two, they fucked up because they got too close to him. Never get that close. Never put the gun someplace where somebody can reach.
That's what he does. And the guy turns around quickly, and it looks to me as though he throws his coffee at the guy's face.
I thought so at first.
Or does he just squeeze it to make it like
squeezes
explode?
It, and he's reaching for the gun with that hand. Squeezes. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It looks like he might have changed his mind at the last second and tried to throw it on him.
I think he
But at first, he was just squeezing and reaching for that gun.
I think when he squeezes it, he knows the lid's going to pop off. He's going squeeze, throw. It's like I know the lid's going to pop, and you know what I mean? Like, if I just throw it, the lid's not going to do anything. But if I squeeze it as I throw it, it's going to fucking throw coffee all over this guy. I feel like it was an instant reaction. Anyway, so good. I'm glad we were able to break this down because I wanted to watch this video with you. I forgot about it.
Oh, you know me. I'll pick it apart.
So there you go.
Dude,
I know
that's such an idiot. That robber's such an idiot. Get that close, gun. You can't even shoot. You got to stay.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he had any. I don't think he had any intention of shooting. I think he thought he would just scare the guy.
You need to go to a place where the guys actually think he's going to get shot and he's trapped.
So now you can see him actually throw the coffee. Actually, in this angle, if you go slow, real slow here, Mike, you can see the throw, squeeze, and the throw, just like I said. And then the coffee actually goes on the guy's face. Then it goes flying up in the air because the two of them are just scuffling. As the guy runs away, he starts reaching into his belt, fires off a bunch of rounds.
Ooh, dude, his thumb almost got stuck in the chamber right there. Jesus Christ, dude. Tuck your other hand.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Jesus
you're right.
Christ, dude. You're about to lose the tip of your thumb. Hang on to your gun. Learn how to shoot your gun if you're going to carry, dude.
I thought it was the first shot that happened on, but it looks like that was... I think he just got his hand out. He just came out so fast, Mike. He just threw his hand around to try to control it. But you're right. Yeah, he probably caught it. He did probably catch his thumb on that. I bet.
If he would have been able to control his gun, they would have dropped that dude. He was
Well,
only
watch-
fucking 6 feet away.
Watch how fucking close this dude does
Oh
come
yeah,
to getting
it
shot.
hits
Watch
the wall.
this. Yep,
Hits
there
the
you
wall
go.
right across as he's running away.
Just
Wow.
like that. Look how close that is. It's a frame away from hitting him. That's it. That's one frame.
It would have been great to see the video where he gets clocked right in the ear and just goes dunk and falls right over.
Well, I'm glad nobody got killed in this in the end. I would.
Oh, I wish that dude would have.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
keep
want
getting
anybody
him.
to get killed.
Keep
He's
chasing
just-
after him.
So he does. They go around the cars, and then the guy ended up. They all run off. So good. I'm glad we got to break that video down, the two of us. So you saw the same thing I did. Looked like you threw the coffee potentially. Almost killed the guy
more
with that
people
one
need
shot.
To defend their homes with their life and actually kill these people, so these people stop doing it.
Well, Mikey,
It's called a deterrent.
I do have an update to that story. Here is the homeowner. Now, it is interesting that it is a NRA video that he's doing this for, but what he says in this video and what happened after the shooting, you're never going to believe. Here you go.
LA criminals came to my home, pointed guns at my chest. After successfully defending my home and my family and my 5-month-old child, California is now deciding to suspend my Second Amendment. It was a quiet evening, and as I was coming home from the gym, with two...
Did you hear that? They're taking
Get the fuck out. Oh, just move out of California, bro.
They're taking his gun permit away. So he'll go on to talk more about it.
Masked, hopped over the wall, ran down on me with guns, and the most terrifying part was my wife and my 5-month-old baby were on the other side of that door. In an effort to protect my family, I drew my gun and returned gunfire. As a result of that night, the California government has temporarily suspended my ability to concealed carry. This is an attempt to make me vulnerable at a time that is critical that I maintain my ability to protect my family. They'd rather leave me out there to dry and let my family become a statistic. My situation is unique because it happened at my front door, all on camera. But this happens time and time again all over the country. And others get caught on camera, and people sweep it under the rug because it doesn't behoove their political agenda. The fact is, evil will always exist, but we need our ability to defend ourselves and keep our families safe from violent people. Just a few months ago, robbers broke into my home looking for easy money. Luckily, none of us were home. But then they came back. I used to walk in this house, into my beautiful house that I built for my family, and now I walk into a war zone. Criminal is someone who doesn't follow the laws.
All right, now he's just going to go into a big fucking gun thing. But yeah, that's fucking...
I was all about that video. I was so sucked in.
Oh, here, let me let you go then. Go ahead.
They don't care about gun laws. They don't care about safety classes. They don't care about being qualified to be able to shoot. California government thinks my story is a myth. They don't think people like me actually exist. Right here in LA, an innocent LA father was killed because District Attorney Gascon released a violent criminal back into the streets. And this is just one of the dozens of cases right here in this city. When the incident happened, there was only two things I could rely on: myself and the Second Amendment. And now that's in jeopardy. The leftist gun grabbers do not care about your safety. The NRA does. My name is Vince Ritchie.
So I got to tell you, like, though, I feel I'm not a gun guy. I'm really not. But if you live in an area where that kind of shit happens, and I don't feel like I do, thankfully, but if it might happen, it's not. I'm not hearing about it happening in my neighborhood. I would do the same thing. I would be strapped. I mean, I definitely would. Even though I know, like, it's probably not the best thing for me to have something like that, and I don't like having it around the kids. If I lived in a neighborhood where I had to worry about somebody running up on me like that, I would 100% walk around strapped all the time. All the time.
It's called a logical response.
Yeah, and again, I don't like them, but if you are in a situation where they're going to run up on you with them, you do have to protect yourself. And again, I would much rather that guy ran up without a gun, obviously, and just tried to strong arm him and they fought. But I'm living in a fantasy world. Yeah. I know that. But that's, you know,
But at least he said temporarily restrained.
Yeah, that is true. He is going to get it back eventually, but it is sad. Right now he's in, well, I actually think he's kind of dumb a little bit because now he's just told the bad guys, I don't have a gun.
Yeah, but
I guess he could have it in his house.
He might have lost his permit to carry, and they might have taken his handguns away, but I'm guessing he's got some long guns, rifles, hunting rifles that he's allowed to use and still possess in the house that he doesn't need a permit for.
That makes sense. That's true.
That seems more like he just gave his full name. Somebody could look him up, find his address. That was like a call to the wild. He's inviting people to come to his house at this point. This dude is John Wick.
little dumb, I think. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't really think anything else is going to happen with that. I just did think it was kind of shitty that the poor guy gets robbed, has to defend himself, and then they take away the thing that he defended himself with. It just, I understand they got to take that gun, they got to do, some sort of forensics or something on it, but to take away his right to carry is fucking nuts. So yeah, I do believe that'll be one of the next people moving to Austin or something like that in the big exodus from California that's happening.
You ain't kidding.
Which just sucks because I always thought when I was a kid how cool California was. I always thought it was like the cool state. You know what I mean?
I know. Now I hope it falls off the United States.
Well, maybe there's somebody who should move to California because they are a little bit more left leaning. They're a little bit more open to people who might be cuckolds versus New York City. I'm not sure if you've seen the latest update on P. Diddy. Some of the lawsuit has been released. Some of the actual text from it, and some of it's kind of interesting. Beyond the sex stuff that's with him, apparently Puffy wanted to go take out Suge Knight one night. Puffy was in L.A. and Cassie, who's now suing him for rape and abuse, was with Puffy. She goes by Miss Ventura. I don't know. Can't remember what her first name was. But in the lawsuit, it says Miss Ventura was also exposed to the intense violence that pervaded Mr. Combs' rise to fame. For example, on one occasion when Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura were using drugs together in his home, one of his security staff barged in and announced that Suge Knight, a longtime rival of Mr. Combs, was spotted at Mel's Drive-In Diner in Los Angeles. Mr. Combs began to get dressed, retrieved multiple guns from a safe, and ran out of his home to where he believed Mr. Knight was dining. Miss Ventura became terrified and began to cry. On at least 2 occasions, Mr. Combs demanded that Miss Ventura hold Mr. Combs' gun in her purse. Miss Ventura had no familiarity with guns and was petrified that the firearm would accidentally go off in her purse. There was no clear, and then it cuts off there. It doesn't, I don't know what it says after that. But so there is the Puffy, all hard. Apparently he's a badass and was going to take out Suge Knight. I know they had the East Coast, West Coast beef. I didn't know how real it actually was to the point where Puffy thought he was going to take somebody out. I always thought Puffy was kind of a fake thug, personally, more of a dancer. So I found that to be kind of an interesting story, that Suge Knight was on P. Diddy's hit list. Do you buy that story?
No.
No, you don't think that he did that?
No, I think that I can't remember which way it goes in my head. I was just trying to think about it. I think P. Diddy hired Suge. Who didn't? Never mind. I'm not even getting into it.
Okay. What are you going to talk? We talking about killing Tupac?
Yeah, and the killing of Biggie and everything like that.
Yeah, well, they just arrested a guy, obviously, in connection to the killing of Tupac.
But I still think Puffy killed Diddy. Or Puffy killed
Biggie?
B.I.G., yeah.
Killed his own best friend?
Yeah.
Why?
He wanted it all for him. I think
he wanted all the fame? Oh, wow, that's crazy.
He's a mogul.
That is true. He is a media mogul. So here is where it starts getting good for you, Mikey, because you want to know about all the freaky shit that Diddy gets into. So here it is. It starts with the partying, compounding this all-encompassing intrusion into her life. Mr. Combs secured his control over the young and impressionable Miss Ventura by introducing her to a drug-fueled lifestyle that kept her complacent and compliant.
No, high and rich.
I think she was enjoying herself quite a bit. So it says, Miss Ventura, where do we leave it? Oh, Mr. Combs first introduced Miss Ventura to opiates around 2008 and would often have pills and other drugs out in the open like candy. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs has been addicted to prescription painkillers and took ecstasy frequently. All right, so Diddy likes to party, which is fine. I don't care about that. You know, you want to party, you're a rock star, rap star, whatever, hip hop star. You do that. Go right ahead. And I got Becky on hold. Becky, I'll grab you in a sec. Now, this is where it starts getting good, Mikey. This is where you're going to go.
Let's get in.
All right, here we go. The first time Mr. Combs hired a man and brought the man to his home in Los Angeles, the man, Mr. Combs, and Miss Ventura wore masquerade masks and ingested drugs. Mr. Combs directed Miss Ventura to perform sexual acts with this man while Mr. Combs watched them. He masturbated while he directed Miss Ventura and the man to do specific sexual acts. Miss Ventura was eventually instructed to use websites and escort services to find male sex workers to participate in the FOs. Mr. Combs told, what is FOs?
I don't know.
Full orgies? FOs? I don't know. Mr. Combs told Miss Ventura to search for large black penises on the website. Miss Ventura was required to dress up in lingerie for an FO, and Mr. Combs insisted she wear white nail polish to contrast her nails with the skin of the black men he hired to have sex with her. Mr. Combs would then instruct Miss Ventura and the sex workers to speak to each other, and then would specifically tell Miss Ventura where to touch these sex workers. And I think there might be one more. Nope, that's it. So, oh, wait, I lied. I didn't scroll down far enough. Mr. Combs would then instruct Miss Ventura and the sex workers to speak to each other, and then would specifically tell Miss Ventura where to touch the sex workers. Mr. Combs would say things like, quote, grab that big black dick, and, quote, ask her, quote, how does it feel? And then it cuts off from there. So, P. Diddy, according to this lawsuit, is a cuck. So, hey, I'm not sweating the guy. If that's what his lifestyle is, that's what he likes, I guess. But, Mikey, I know you were considering that you thought he was into some gay stuff, but apparently it's more kinky cuck stuff, and that he's not into dudes, apparently. So, your thoughts on that?
I think he's still gay.
Why? Because you think that falls into the category of gay? Or
no, I don't think that falls into the category of gay or anything like that. That's just a weird kink. I'm sure the dude has had sex with so many women and done so many things in his life that there's only certain things that can get him off at this point.
Now, Secret ADS Mod says FOs are freakouts. FOs refer to him having her have sex with people while he watches. Freakouts, apparently. That's what I guess that's what he called it. FOs. That's a cool. new one for me. Becky, you're on Another Dumb Show.
Okay. Talk about shooting people.
Oh, okay.
Next door to me. And she come from
next door?
Big
hold on. You cut out for hold on, Becky, you cut out for 1 sec. You said talking about shooting people, and then what did you say after that?
The neighbor that lives directly next door to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Your neighbor that lived
big city.
Okay.
Here. She was from Cleveland. She moved out west to the suburbs. Her boyfriend, obviously, his, I don't know, baby mama, ex-girlfriend, whatever, decided to come into the driveway and shoot up his car as it was sitting in the driveway. I'm talking shooting it up enough to where there was no windshield left because it was just totally gone. They obviously didn't know how to aim because they shot my truck tire out and I had to get a new tire. And that sad part about it is that was just like the first incident because they came back again shooting in the driveway again. Shot the other neighbor's car because they don't know how to aim. And then they shot somebody's other vehicle farther down in the building because they were all trying to get her car and they couldn't aim.
So these people that were mad at their ex or whatever came back, your neighbor's ex came back, started shooting at their car, and instead of shooting the neighbor's car that they were mad at, took out a bunch of cars in the neighborhood because they can't shoot.
Yeah, because they couldn't aim. Well, no, they got his car.
Okay.
They got her boyfriend's car. It was like her boyfriend's baby mama, ex-girlfriend, whatever. They got his car the first time. But the second time, like days later, weeks later, when they came back to do it again, they couldn't get her car. They ended up shooting everybody else's car because they didn't know how to aim.
Well, I wouldn't keep testing them or challenging them to get better at aiming because I don't want them to come back.
She ended up moving out. So, I mean, like, I really don't care. But, I mean, there's, like, bullet holes in my neighbor's car that you can still see. And there's, like, a hole in a building that you can see.
Did the police get involved in this?
Yeah.
I hope.
Yes, they did. I have like cameras outside. I was trying to look for the video. My husband thinks he might have one on his phone that I'm gonna look for and post it in the Discord if I can find it.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see
like
this.
just straight shooting.
Oh my God, yeah. I would love to see that. Well, I'm glad that you guys weren't hurt in all this. This is insane. How long ago this happened?
No, about a year or two ago? About a year ago? Maybe like last year, I think. Year and a half ago, maybe.
Did you guys then? Are you gun owners? Did you guys go get some after that to protect yourselves?
Oh, I'm absolutely a gun owner.
I was
have
about
a
to say,
CCW.
where she lives.
Everybody in my house has a CCW, and I carry like every day.
Oh wow!
I don't go anywhere without something.
Because of the neighborhood you live in, it's a bad hood.
Not as much as just the neighborhood that I live in, just the world that we live in.
That's true. People.
Look at the world that we live in. You have to protect yourself somehow.
Yeah, no, I agree. After watching that video and stuff like that, if I had to worry about that, I would probably do it. But I just can't. I'm too. I can't be walking around with those all day long because I've got too much of a hair temper. So I don't want to have a hair trigger.
No. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, prior to me I'm a totally different person if I'm carrying. If I'm carrying, I know that I can't have a temper, and I know that I can't just fly off the hook at anything. So
that makes sense.
If I'm like I said, if I'm carrying, I'm more maintained. If I'm not carrying, look the fuck out because I'll just flip out and not really care.
Well, you're anxious. You're anxious when you're not carrying the piece.
More measured, then it sounds like more measured. So
you feel safer.
Yeah, that's true. You probably do feel safer. So there's no reason to feel like you have to freak out and out crazy the next person who comes along.
Yeah.
Well, Becky, I appreciate the call, and I'm glad that you guys, those people moved out, and you don't have people shooting up your cars or your neighbors' cars anymore. That would fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll try to find a video and post it in the Discord, though.
All right, perfect.
Sweet.
I'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Becky. Thanks for being part of the league. That's Becky. She's one of the members of the League of Dummies over there. Let's see here. Checking in with the phones real quick. Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on that one. All right, let me see here in the chat if I missed anything from any of you guys. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I got for you. I still have some DJ work to do this evening, so I think we're gonna wrap things up. Well, you know what? Actually, I got this one last quick story. I'm gonna give me a good mom joke real quick.
Damn it. No, don't have one. I can't recall of middle school.
You can't remember middle school?
No.
Your mama's got an afro with a chin strap. It means his mom's got a beard.
I like it. I get down with it. It's a Friday night. Mom's probably getting spit roasted in her bedroom right now.
Exactly. So plenty of time downstairs. But hey, you know what? Mom likes getting spit roasted. Hey, who are we to judge? If that's what she's into, she likes
absolutely. How do you think Chance was born?
Yep, she likes a high hard one and one, filling up another hole too at the same time. God love her. That's a lot of women. I have a story here. And if that was anybody other than who it was, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Hey, were you able? Never mind. I'll talk to you off air about it.
All right. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I think I know what you're about to ask. It wasn't.
Damn it.
No, I looked. So there's this crazy story, Mikey, and we just talked about wokeism. I think wokeism has made it across the pond over to your people, Mikey. In Italy.
My people?
Yeah, your Italian heritage.
Say my people.
You're Italian.
Dude, I'm half Italian, half Irish.
Half Italian, so across the pond. That's
I just
your people too.
I just pay attention to the Italian side.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's your heritage, whether it's half or not. You still get to claim it. You're you're half black.
Okay,
you say you're black. You're half black. You say you're black. That's how it goes. You're half Italian. You say you're Italian. You know what I'm saying? So
it works. Yep,
there you go. So over in Italy, in Biella, Italy, there's a guy named Dimitri Fricano. Dimitri brutally slaughtered his 25-year-old girlfriend, Erica, while the pair were vacationing in Sardinia. He stabbed this poor woman 57 times after she yelled at him for leaving too many crumbs in their hotel bed. So he's a big fat fuck. He was tipping the scales at 260 pounds in 2019 when he was sentenced to 30 years.
Hey, can we not call him a big fat fuck at 260? He's only 20 pounds away from a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Well, he's a medium fat fuck who was sentenced to 30 years for murder for killing his girlfriend over leaving crumbs in the bed or her yelling at him for it. But over the past year since he's been in jail, his weight, the inmate's weight, it's now ballooned to over 440 pounds.
Oh, he gets that commissary. He's loving them sticky buns, bruh.
In Italy, though, but who knows? So maybe he's eating chicken parm commissary, that kind of stuff, or he's eating tiramisu and cannolis and shit. So he's doing it up. He's loving life over there. Pepperonis. What else you guys got? What's that? Gabagool.
Let's hit all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Let's hit all the stereotypes while we're going. Let's just keep him going.
I was trying to
He's
think.
eating the charcuterie board.
I was trying
prosciutto.
to think of every Italian sounding food I could think of, and I blanked at gabagool. Anyway, so he hit 440. This fat fuck is so fat he can't even get around the prison because he without a wheelchair or crutches. And apparently he's a chain smoker. Well, for whatever reason, they decided that it would be good to let this guy out. They put him on house arrest because they can't put him on
gonna die and he can't get out of the house.
No, they can't put him on a low enough calorie diet for him to lose weight. So whatever they're feeding these guys in the prison, he's not able to lose weight on the prison diet. So these Italian prisoners, maybe they are eating pizza and stuff like that. I know they don't have Alfredo over there, but
give him food every third day instead of every day.
Well, apparently the solution was not that. It was they let him out, put him on house arrest because they were unable to provide the low-calorie diet he needs to shed the pounds.
It's working for me right now. I've been eating 300 calories a day since Monday, and I've dropped 17 pounds.
Yeah, you lose weight real fast. That's all water weight if you're losing that much that fast. So
yeah.
All right.
So they let this dude out. Now he's on house arrest. And how many years of his sentence did he do?
1. And now he's on house arrest for the rest of his 30-year sentence.
Wait. He was just a year ago 260 and he ballooned up to 440 in a year?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
So obviously the girl's family is mortified and terribly upset about this. Yeah, and the guy just said, she insulted me for the bread and then hit me in the head, so I killed her. That was all he told the police when he did it. So here is, here's the two of them before he ballooned up, apparently. That's her. He ended up, nice.
Okay, he's a medium fat fuck.
Medium.
He's a medium fat fuck.
Medium fat fuck. That's a nice little belly he's got there. So speaking of fat fucks, hold on one second. What? Why did they let him out? Oh,
no, just why? Just why?
Let's see.
I sent you something in Trello, but I can just tell you what it was. It was just a small little article about
your mama's so fat she fell and broke her leg and gravy fell out. All right, did I use that one last night?
I don't know if you did, but I like that one. That's one that I would have remembered.
All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's one of my faves. It's a classic. So is that something I should look at tonight, or?
Dude, it's just the I don't know. You're a green text guy, and does it bother you that you don't have blue text bubbles?
No, I saw that Apple is doing that. They're changing over to RCS.
Yeah.
To me, it's
blue bubbles across the board. No longer will I discriminate against girls that have green bubbles.
all right. So you really, you one of these people. You don't like if you see that somebody's using an Android, you judge them.
Yeah, if you got an Android, I'm probably going to use a different app to text you, like Facebook Messenger, Instagram, or something like that. I don't trust green texts.
Oh, see, ours are more encrypted and more safe than yours. That's why Apple had to switch.
Yeah, I don't care. Anybody can read my messages.
Oh, so you're one of these guys. You're one of these.
I'm a blue text guy.
You're a bubblist. You're a bubblist.
Yeah.
Bubblist.
Yeah.
How dare you, you bubblist? So you've been bubblist against me all this time?
I have been a little judgy, not gonna lie.
Well, that's fine because
I
judge you on your iPhone because you guys are 3 or 4 years behind on most of the features that we have usually. So that's what I don't.
I just want something simple enough a 4-year-old can use, and it's not customizable, and it's already just ready to go for me. That's all I need. Just
there you go. That's exactly what iPhones are designed for 4-year-olds and old men.
Exactly. Perfect. We already discussed earlier today. I'm about to be 37, so I'm old as fuck.
That's right. We are 2 days away from it. That is Sunday.
Fuck.
That's right. So what are you going to do? Nothing? You said you don't like celebrating your birthday?
Cry.
So.
I'm going to fucking cry. That's what I'm going to do.
What are you going to be, 37?
Yeah, 37 and single. Here we go.
That's all right. You're not a bad-looking guy. You'll be able to pull some trim. That's fine. You got a bunch of...
Oh, good. Pull trim, that's fine. Date? No. Hell no.
Well, yeah, I know, but you're going to have to date if you want a relationship. You're going to have to... But you'll find somebody you might want.
One of those. I don't want one of those. No.
But if you do, you might want to. You might come across somebody who might be the right person or something. You know, I wouldn't close the door to that. There's no reason
I don't
to do
close
that.
the door completely, but it definitely ain't something I'm out looking for.
Right. It's not one
narcissist that's still in my life that won't fucking go away. She's like a goddamn cockroach.
Is she still texting you today, blowing you
up?
After
I lit her up about all that shit, she went... That's what happens.
If you were not in the members only episode last night, you missed a pretty big update from Mikey and his ex. So if you want to watch that, you have to become a member. Hit that join button.
Yeah, go back and check that out.
Tier 2 level, and then you can send that back.
I dropped a couple little nuggets of information on the members only this week.
Couple. You did. That's right. So yeah, go back and watch those. If you're not already a member, you can join up, and then you'll have access to those. So, all right. I think that is it. I don't think we have anything left to talk about.
Sweet. I get to go eat my 200 or 300 calories.
I made myself my own double cheeseburgers earlier. I had some meat that I needed to cook, and they were bomb. I'm a mustard, onion, lettuce, mayo guy on my burgers. That's what I like. Mustard, mayo, lettuce, onion. That's what I like on my burgers. To me, that's the with Swiss cheese. That's the bomb burger right there.
No Swiss cheese for me.
Oh yeah, that's the best. That's the way to do it. So
it's either pepper jack or slices of American, baby.
If you can avoid the American, avoid it at all costs. I have some. I bought some Swiss to get for. I thought I was buying a block of Swiss to because I like to cut it up and put it on my crackers.
And sliced.
And they bought me a big ass thing of sliced cheese. So I was like, well, fuck, I got to put this on something. So, all right, Mikey. I hope you have a good rest of the weekend. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. If I don't talk to you before then, I forget my own kid's birthday, so I'll probably forget your birthday on Sunday. So don't feel bad if I don't remember. Don't take it personally.
I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those guys. You didn't wish me happy birthday on Facebook. So
I am though.
Friends anymore.
I am though. I'm one of those. I get real crabby about it. So, but hey, what am I going to do? I'm a hypocrite. Do as I do, not as I say.
Sometimes it pops up and I just look at it. And I'm like, it is their birthday, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to piss them off this year and not say it. I want them at the end of their day to be like, why did Mike get along or didn't? Or oh, damn, there we go. Mike didn't text me today.
Fuck him. All right. Well, enjoy your weekend, man. Have some fun. Get some rest. And any plans? Anything you're doing at all?
No.
Nothing.
I'm going to watch Matt Rife's new special.
Oh yeah, B1 and I were going to watch that. I think last night or the night before. And then she came over and we turned on Netflix and they found us out. The jig is up.
Oh, you're not part of this household.
That's right. So if I want to get,
whose
I want to
Netflix
watch
you been using?
hers. I've been using hers, and then she came over and it didn't work anymore. So I said, well, we're not watching that because I'm not paying $20 or however much fucking Netflix is just to watch Matt. Although it did look like there's a pretty good movie with the guy who played Magneto in the X-Men movies. I can't remember his name.
The Killer, Michael Fassbender.
That looks. Did you watch it? It was good.
Yep.
All right, so I did see a trailer for that and went, ooh, I wish I had fucking Netflix now to watch that.
There's a new documentary on the Gotti family. There's a new documentary on how to become a mob boss. There's a couple new documentaries on there that I'm looking forward to watching in the next couple weeks.
Right on. I'll have to check that out then. I see Secret ADS Mod is wishing you a happy birthday, and also Crooked Orchids. I didn't know Crooked Orchids was having...
Oh, no shit, me neither.
Yeah. So happy birthday to Crooked Orchid. So she's one of I believe she's a Team Dumb Ultimate fan, so I got to definitely give her some love. So thank you so much. It's her birthday tomorrow, apparently. So congratulations. Happy birthday.
Makes sense. She's a Scorpio.
Is that how that goes? I don't know. I just know my sign. I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
You're a water sign.
Yeah. I think actually Aquarius are air signs. Actually,
I thought it was water.
I think that's a common misconception. Aquarius.
Well, obviously
water.
I don't follow the moon, the stars, and shove enough crystals up my ass to know what the hell's going on.
See, Aquarius is the water bearer. However, it is an air sign.
Huh. Okay, I didn't even know there was such thing as an air sign. All right. Have a good night. not gonna make anything else up like I did earlier.
Tyler will call you out. All right, bro. I love you. Have a great birthday weekend, man. Enjoy yourself. Do something. Do something. Do something with your family or something. Do something. Don't do nothing for your birthday.
Yeah, we're going out to dinner on Sunday, and I think I'm gonna go over to my homeboy's house to watch football on Sunday night.
All right, good.
And tomorrow I'll do some side work and make a couple $100.
I'm gonna get side work doing what?
One of my managers that I work with just took a generator home, and the generator runs like shit. So
you're gonna go do some
come
side
over
hustle.
And fix my generator, and I'll pay you in green or I'll pay you in cash,
or both. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of both would be fine. I want to see what kind of nugget he has. If he offers me like weed that he grew, I'm gonna be like, keep that untrimmed filth.
I think I might have accidentally gotten some homegrown in my last guy that dropped some off for me. I don't hate it.
You want some?
You usually know, right?
You want some? I got like 7.5 pounds of it.
Not that it's bad. No, there's a dude who, well, I don't want to give away, but there's a guy that I get some homegrown from that actually has some pretty fucking strong ass shit. Surprisingly strong shit.
Some of the stuff that I get that's homegrown from my homeboys are really good, but I've got a freezer.
A vat full of it?
Yeah.
Give me a mom joke.
Because I don't got one. I tried to think of one earlier.
There we go. Your mom's a whore. Just boom, just right there. So
straight to the point.
Right to the point. So, alrighty, guys. That is going to wrap things up for us. Mike, I love you. You have a great weekend. And enjoy yourself this weekend. All of you, I hope you guys had a wonderful week with us. I had fun this week, so I hope you guys did too. I'm looking forward to a wonderful weekend. I got a wedding tomorrow. Sunday is a great football day. I believe that's Browns Steelers. There's going to be a lot of great football this weekend, so I already got my bets in for that. So I'm debating we'll see how I feel for the 1 a.m. stream. All right, we'll see how that goes. I'm not 100% sure whether or not we'll do that. I'm kind of on the fence about it. So we'll see if we do the F1 live stream tomorrow night. So make sure you have your notifications turned on. And then maybe Sunday. I'll be honest with you, but I'm starting to head into tomorrow is my last wedding of the year. So I'm going to be heading into like driving mode. So during the day, that's why I start doing the DoorDash and all that stuff. So that's where I got to make some extra cash and stuff like that. So I urge you guys, make sure you renew your memberships when you can. Make sure you guys upgrade if you would like. And of course, if you always want to send in your superfan donations, that's the best way to help support another dumb show. So we'll need it as we move across these next few months without the weddings, guys. So, but that gives me more time to kind of get more stuff and come up with more ideas for the show, because I'm not just so wrapped up in weddings and all that good stuff and making sure my customers get the best experience. But if you do know anybody who is getting married next year or the year after, I'm officially have openings and taking bookings. I would direct them to clevelandreception.com, as that is my website there. So check that out. If you know anybody who's getting engaged, have them go there, and they could get me to be there, have the best DJ in town. So I am out of here. I am going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. I have the boys with me starting on Wednesday of next week. So it is likely that I'm probably going to take a little holiday break with the boys. I'll probably take Wednesday through Sunday off next week, just to kind of spend some time with the guys, because I just haven't seen them much. So I miss my dudes, and I want to, kind of just be zoned in and focused into them while we're doing that, not have to worry about the show or anything like that. So we will be live on Monday and Tuesday, but again, it looks like we're going to be going on break, just to give you guys a heads up, moving in through Wednesday and the holidays. So, and probably then through Sunday too, because I just want to have a nice long weekend with my guys where I have no work to do and nothing at all going on, just us hanging out. So, but who knows? Maybe they'll want to go pop on and do a video game show or something like that. You never know with these guys, what they want to do. So, Nugget Man says, yeah, parties with the DJ. You guys have anybody I don't do a ton of weddings in the winter. It really slows down here in the winter time for weddings. Occasionally I'll pick up one, but not as many weddings during the winter here in town. Most people like to do outdoor weddings here, and that seems to be my wheelhouse. So that's where I'm usually a preferred vendor at a lot of outdoor weddings. I don't do tons of, it's not that I don't do tons of indoor weddings, but I do a lot of barn weddings for whatever reason. So, but I did do a few more halls this past year and did get some pretty good connections there. So hopefully I'll get some more indoor events. I just had I saw Nugget Man asking about the holiday parties. I actually just got an inquiry for one today, so I will probably have one of those. I got one holiday party in December, and then it's odd. These people always do, this one company always does their holiday parties in January. So I have two different holiday parties for the same company in January. It's pretty funny, actually. So different divisions of the same company. So Gabriella says, love the show. Welcome. Good to have you here, Gabriella. Thank you for joining. Well, you haven't officially joined, but thank you for being in the chat and hanging out with the league. And of course, if you want to join, all you have to do is hit the join button. Darla Beans, what are you doing over there? Why you gotta yell? Why you gotta bark at the cat? Be nice. They're just chilling. Arf, you goofy puppy. You crazy. You crazy whoppers. Come here, you. Let's say goodbye to everybody. They haven't seen you for a while. Is that what it is? Come here. No, but we haven't seen no Bean Arena for a little while. Here she is, guys. Here's my puppy Whuppy that you always hear in the background. She's jingling away. Say hi to everybody, Bean Arena. Hello. 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 Who's the whoppers? She's the best puppy in the whole wide world. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be back live Monday at 7 p.m. I am out of here. By the way, if you're not already a member, hit the join button and you can become a member and have our access to our members only stuff. Here's the Discord link. If you guys want to join the Discord, keep up the chat outside of the show when we're not live. You guys can keep up the conversation there in the Discord as well. So I am out of here. See ya.